Are you thinking about placing assets in a trust for asset protection? Well, you should think again, and I'm about to tell you why. My name's Ted Sutton, and this is Direct Answers from Corporate Direct. And before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any general questions about anything. This video topic came to us from Jordan Akow, who commented on one of my videos. Thanks, Jordan. So what exactly is a trust to begin with? You'll hear of a bunch of different trust types that use different acronyms, whether they're Inc. Trust, Ning Trust, DAP Trust, SPAT Trust, or even SLAT Trust. But they all have one thing in common, and that's a three-party relationship. The grantor is the person that creates the trust and transfers their assets into it. The trustee is the manager of the trust and holds the assets in trust. And the beneficiaries are the people who receive the benefit from that trust. Now, there are two main types of trust. There's a revocable trust and an irrevocable trust. With the revocable trust, the terms of the trust can be changed, but unfortunately, they don't provide any asset protection. With an irrevocable trust, however, they do provide asset protection, but you can't change the terms of the trust. So if you have a falling out with one of your kids, the irrevocable trust still remains intact and your kids would receive something from it. Now, the main benefit of setting up a trust is that you avoid the probate process. This is where you don't have to go in front of a judge and you don't have to spend as much to fight over who gets what. Irrevocable trusts do provide asset protection, but there are a few reasons why we stay away from them and we recommend setting up an LLC instead. Number one, with an irrevocable trust, you can't change the terms of it. Number two, setting up an irrevocable trust is a much more complex structure than setting up an LLC. Number three, setting up an irrevocable trust is more expensive than setting up an LLC. And lastly, in order to do an irrevocable trust right, you usually have to have a bank or a trust company set it up and manage it for you, which also adds additional costs. So in order to provide the optimal asset protection, we recommend setting up an LLC because they provide the charging order protection in the event you're personally sued. Here's the structure that we recommend if you have a trust. If you own any assets, we would set up a Wyoming LLC to own them. And the benefit with the Wyoming LLC is that they provide the best asset protection in the event you're personally sued. And what we recommend is if you have a trust, you have a revocable living trust own the Wyoming LLC. And the benefit here is that with the living trust, you can avoid the probate process, and you can also change the terms of the trust if things change in the future. So having an LLC be owned by a trust is kind of like a Batman and Robin situation. The LLC provides the asset protection, and the trust helps you avoid the probate process. So as I've mentioned before, setting up an LLC is easier and more affordable than setting up an irrevocable trust to protect your assets. I'll see you next time. You're still here. Well, before you go, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification bell, and if you have any general and appropriate questions about anything, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you want a free 15-minute consultation from Corporate Direct, make sure to click the link in the description below for that. Now, since I'm an attorney, I have to say this. Watching this video is not legal advice, and no attorney-client relationship has been formed by you engaging in my content. I'll see you next time.